In a dusty village wrapped in the heat of a sun-baked soil and whispering winds, lived a boy named Suraj. He was the kind who rarely spoke unless spoken to, always in the background, always listening. People often mistook his silence for weakness, calling him shy, calling him soft. But inside, Suraj burned with a fire no one could see. From an early age, Suraj looked up to his grandfather, a retired soldier who now walked with a limp but stood with pride. His stories, told during moonlit night under the banyan tree, painted picture of courage and pain, of battles fought not just on fields but within the heart. Suraj drank in every word, dreaming of strength, not for glory, but for honor. The other boys in the village often showed off, wrestling in the fields, shouting challenges, puffing out their chests. Suraj, on the other hand, trained in secret. He got up before dawn to run, to lift, to sharpen his mind and spirit. He didn't tell anyone. He just showed off, day after day, chipping away at his limits. One summer, a severe drought hit the village. Crops dried up and tempers flared. People began to turn on one another, accusing, blaming, fighting over what little water was left. One afternoon, a group of older boys cornered a smaller child near the well, trying to scare him off to keep the water for themselves. The villagers stood around, unwilling to get involved. Suraj stepped in. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't throw punches at first. He simply walked up and stood between the bullies and the boy. When they tried to punch him aside, he held his ground. When they swung at him, he dodged, blocked, and then struck, not with rage, but with precision. He brought them down, one by one, not to humiliate, but to protect. The village was stunned. The quiet boy they would overlooked had stood up when no one else dared. From that day on, they called him the Quiet Warrior. But Suraj didn't let the name go to his head. He still trained each morning. He still helped out silently wherever he could, fixing broken carts, carrying water for elders, tutoring younger kids. He didn't do it to be praised. He did it because it was right. Years later, when he left the village to serve in a peacekeeping mission abroad, people gathered to see him off. His grandfather, now frailer but smiling wide, placed a hand on his shoulder and said, "You didn't have to shout to be strong. You let your actions speak." And Suraj walked away, not loudly, not dramatically, but with the quiet dignity of someone who had already won the battle within.